And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
Ich habe gar nichts übersprungen. Ich habe das einfach weiterlaufen lassen. Guck mal hier. PlayStation? Quatsch, PlayStation, Xbox? Ich habe das einfach weiterlaufen lassen. Aber können wir uns danach nochmal anschauen, ja.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love.
Wobei mich das hier mehr interessiert.
Thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do.
Ja, aber auch gesagt, ich...
And that is Starfield.
Genau das habe ich mir gerade überlegt. Genau das habe ich mir gerade überlegt, als ich die Figuren gesehen habe. Unabhängig davon, dass ich gerade gedacht habe, er ist nicht eingeloggt hier in seinem PC. Als ich die Figuren gesehen habe, einfach mal hinfahren und die Figuren anmalen.
Could go or what you could do. And that
Es gibt ja einen Tabletop Fallout.
We've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years.
Sieht aber schon so ein bisschen aus wie Star Citizen, ey.
A Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it.
Hi, Racist.
From the rocks at your feet to
Ich bin
the
sehr
mountains
enttäuscht
in
von
your
dir,
space,
Racist.
to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you.
Du hast einfach mein Discord
Our
verlassen.
next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star
Ja, guck mal, Halo
and
Ring.
makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do
Entschuldigung, dass es mir
explore
nicht gut
differently in
ging.
this game, given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You
Farm!
can collect resources,
Farm! Ja, bitte, farmen!
do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something
Ach,
unexpected.
jetzt hab ich Schuld, oder was? Ja, alles gut, geht wieder. Ein paar Veränderungen. Was war das denn für ein Jump? Ein paar Veränderungen vorgenommen. Ah, das sieht saugut aus. Oh, das sieht saugut aus. Ich will das spielen. ob es dann irgendwann ein Starfield 76 gibt.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick
Ja,
everything
looten.
up, and you can view all that
Gewichtsmod.
in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory.
Zeigt das Inventory.
A ton of
Gibt es Gewichts... Ja, es gibt eine Scheiße, ist die Facecam davor. Es gibt eine Gewichtsbegrenzung. Nein, ich bin so im Arsch. Ich bin so im Arsch. Das ist die erste Mod, die ich mir installiere.
detail in
Fallout-Waffen.
every object,
Fallout 76
from
Waffen.
all
Hast
of
du
your
gesehen eben?
weapons,
Oder Fallout-Waffen.
the pack, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons
Natürlich brauche ich das immer alles.
to food. We just obsess over the details and food.
Nee, das ist Starfield.
When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Ich kann deinen Namen sagen. Captain Longdong.
Our mission was to convey the
Ja, das neue
wonder
Bethesda-Spiel.
and majesty of space
Kommt im September raus.
to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our
Wenn die da wirklich mal ein MMO oder so draus machen würden, Alter, das war das
a bit of low
so einschlagen.
sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big. And it's here
Ja,
you can
wollte ich auch,
see
aber
planets
ich hab's
that
nicht mal
have
geschafft, Diablo 4 zu
locations,
spielen in den letzten
missions,
Wochen.
or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further. to
Deswegen
see
wollte ich dir ja
all the
schreiben.
systems in this part of
Aber
the
du warst ja nicht mal auf dem Discord, da konnte ich dir ja nicht schreiben. Wenn wir nicht auf dem gleichen Discord sind, können wir nicht miteinander schreiben.
And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system,
Nee,
where we can find
das ist ja das
the city
Problem.
of New Atlantis.
Ich wollte ja nämlich eigentlich schreiben. Deswegen ist mir das aufgefallen.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your
Genau,
current
oder Freund oder Feindlist.
Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
Da der Dackel keine
It's
Freunde hat,
the
ja.
biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Das ist wahr, ich habe keine Freunde. Ich habe nur Hater.
Is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation.
Da sieht man die Fallout ein,
To talk about.
die Einschläge.
Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke.
Mein Leben ist Hölle genug. Draco.
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Ich weiß nicht mal, was heute für ein Tag ist.
Oh my God.
Ist heute Montag oder Dienstag?
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled system.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant.
Ja, denk mal drüber nach, Draco, warum ich nicht mit dir spielen will.
The journey you take with Constellation
Denk mal drüber nach.
many you'll embark on. The settled system
Immer wenn ich mit dir spiele, wird's teuer, weil ich dann immer irgendwie Scheiß kaufen muss.
and adventures for you to uncover.
Angst, dass du mich dann irgendwie ins Age of Sigma oder so einführst.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity.
Sagen aber
They
viele.
consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest
Mal hier, das
mining
Mechanikum.
facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Das sieht so Fallout-mäßig aus.
The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
Klar, ich muss mir die neue Corvette kaufen. Jo, bis gleich, Racist.
To do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a
Also man sieht einfach die Animationen und so.
anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Rettungsdackel is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds
Ich
of
warte nur auf
civilized
Dave.
space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's
Also sollte ich ab Juli wieder arbeiten, werde ich da erstmal 2 Wochen Urlaub beantragen.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see
Boxen da
all
im
the
Hintergrund.
improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities. And by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Einfach random. Ich mach mir einen Rentner. Ja, ich mach mir einen Rentner-Char.
Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells?
Ich will das gerade so hart
Any
spielen.
of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling
Ich
through
will
employee
das
records.
gerade. Ja, guck mal, das war ich.
40
Hast du gesehen?
And that'll be your starting point. Records. You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through
Da. Das bin so ich. Ich war mir auch so ein Schnauzer.
employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
Charaktererstellung ist so unwichtig für mich.
We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more
Jetzt hab ich
than
Angst.
just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind
Ich hoffe, das wird nicht zu buggy, wenn es rauskommt.
Backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway. What happened the last time?
Ja, erstmal Diablo 4. Die Kampagne bei.
By letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By the terror! Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and give you
Das müssen die wohl extrem gefeiert haben. Das ist aus Skyrim, der Typ.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air. I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space.
Ja, das hatte ich nur gelesen gehabt,
I had chosen a
dass sie
trait
den so
that made
gefeiert
the same
haben.
religion as them. I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Das wird so heftig werden, ey. Ja, das ist so ein Hype-Spiel gerade.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills. Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher
Das Einzige, was mich bei Fallout 76 nervt, ist dieses
5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill. There's a lot
ist dieses Kartensystem, was ich einfach nicht verstehe, was einfach
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Xenos. Guck mal, Tyranniden.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Okay.
That one's a lot of fun.
Ja, ich will die Woche erstmal jetzt Diablo, die Kampagne wenigstens ins Endgame reinkommt. Das nervt mich gerade.
I'm very much
Spiel
a
ist
stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
Ja, glaube ich. Es ist irgendwie schwierig.
Exploration is a key aspect of
Aber ich will es jetzt nicht
all
abbrechen.
RPGs. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Noch mehr Tyranniden.
Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start.
Wenn du jetzt noch so Housing machen kannst, wie bei Fallout 4 oder so, oder Fallout 76, das wäre geil, dass du dann komplett deine eigene Bude bauen kannst.
You'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier.
Als ich das verstanden habe, kann man nur ein Schiff haben oder kann man mehrere haben?
You can customize and upgrade everything you see
Alter.
here. And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette.
Da werden so viele Star Wars und Star Trek Schiffe gebaut werden.
Longer distance space jobs.
Und die Expanse und sowas. Bin ich mal gespannt, wie lange das dauert.
Don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting.
Okay, das
for storing and displaying your weapons.
WordFest ISD. Das ist das, was ich eben gefragt habe, ob man eine Base und so bauen kann. Tatsächlich ist das Schiff wohl die Base, dass du die komplett ausbauen kannst. Genau, wann kommt der erste mit einem Sternenzerstörer um die Ecke?
Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds,
Jo, willkommen zurück, Resist.
And control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship. But with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it. where it had like a giant tail to it. We've done
Alter.
spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Power Rangers Mega, da habe ich auch so gedacht gerade. Power Rangers Megasword.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines.
Outpost kriegen wir auch, okay.
Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship,
Liebesbeziehung.
you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Sorry, du nicht. Du hast so schlechte Skills.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Ein Dreadnought.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is
Ei.
exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
Ich hoffe nicht, dass das Spiel so nach ein paar Monaten schon wieder, wenn du einmal mit der Story durch bist.
Take to the sky.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way.
Ja, zum Beispiel bei Cyberpunk war ja auch eigentlich ein ursprünglichen Online-Modus geplant, so wie GTA Online. Aber durch die Probleme haben die das komplett eingestellt. Und die Welt wäre dafür ideal gewesen.
Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Crimson Fleet. Crimson Fist.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Das Watt-System. Das sieht mega gut aus.
You can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship. Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
Okay, du kannst es zu deiner Flotte
But space
oder
is
verkaufen.
way more than fighting for your life.
Alter, ich werde tagelang nur rumfliegen und Schiffe Clown.
Plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship. One with
Interessantes Tattoo, Junge.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Ja, dann war ich gleich Todessterne.
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches, put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Du kannst Sandwiches klauen und stapeln. Alter, wie gut ist das denn? Ja. Quantma.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Quantma.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you
Das
a
waren
massive
viele Schiffe.
playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Oh, das wird gut. Ich denke mal, das wird gut.
We've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game,
Jetzt kommt's.
we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your
Langweilig.
head, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information, and we've also designed this really cool
Hello.
case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and usability of this.
Nicht interessant. Collectors Edition. Da war die von Fallout und Fallout 76, die Collectors Edition, interessanter. Die da unten stehen.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Control, this is Constellation Starship Frontier. All ready to start on your signal.
Die Controller sind echt gut von Xbox. Könnte man echt überlegen, den zu holen, wenn der am PC auch geht. Was halt wahrscheinlich geht.
every one of our games, we
Das
always
wahrscheinlich
put
auch
so
geben.
much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds.
Gibt's ja mittlerweile auch schon Cyberpunk-Stühle und
Starfield
alles.
isn't just a Bethesda Game
Aber
Studios
es ist
world,
definitiv
it's a
Witcher-Stühle.
Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that
Bist
touch
offiziell
of
pleite, wieso hast du,
environmental storytelling that
hast du gekauft?
known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
Warum vom Kopfschlitz, ey? Wofür?
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources,
Ja, das kenne ich mit ein bisschen viel Geld loswerden. Das kenne ich sehr gut.
or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants.
Ich hätte noch ein bisschen Deko-Zeug rumstehen, Laura, von Depot. Kristalle und sowas.
You can get
Hätte ich noch ein paar
experience
Packungen.
and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Genau, ich habe doch genug Deko bei mir.
When we were
Selbst ich bin Deko.
creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to
Kann
the
man einfach so in die Ecke
We
stellen.
didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
Ich habe jetzt einen eigenen Häkelshop aufgemacht.
Exteriors, when the sun moves,
Mach mal bei Etsy
all
und
that
sowas.
light is calculated in real time through the
Nee,
atmosphere.
keine echten Kristalle.
Our
Musst du
biggest
mal bei
goal
Etsy
for
und so.
lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Bist bei Etsy, achso, okay. Ja, aber wenn wenn sie was wünschen, dann muss der dementsprechende Preis ja dann auch hoch sein. Du kannst ja auch Auftragsarbeiten machen. Da lebt aber Etsy auch ein bisschen. Ja gut, dann ist das Problem. Ja, dann ist Schule das Problem.
You
Da
can
musst du
find a
warten.
spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign
Dann
crews
musst du
and
Prioritäten
companions
setzen.
to
Schule
work
ist
at your
wichtiger.
outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things.
Okay, man kann doch
much easier.
Outposts bauen. Cool.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapons,
Ja, mach ruhig, Laura.
larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is
Ich weiß
just
nicht, wie
one
man
of
sich
many
solche
factors to pay
Wolldinger auf
attention
den
to when
Schreibtisch stellen
engaging in
kann, ey.
combat. You may need to switch things up
Keine
based on
Ahnung, wie
the
man sowas machen kann. Würde ich
Gravity
nie
is
machen.
different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons.
Karl steht daneben, Karl ist hier.
Electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays.
Stehen hier beide unter meinem Monitor.
Targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage.
Karl hat einen Knick im Bein.
Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists,
Nee, die Mütze ist mittlerweile angenehm.
pistols and submachine guns,
Die Weite hat sich ein bisschen geweitet.
for something
Ist doch gerade zu warm zu tragen. Guck mal, Tyranniden.
Starfield's got you covered.
Wieder 20.000 Waffenoptionen. Ja, ein bisschen zu warm ist es bei 30 Grad, ja. Alter, mit dem Jump Pack, das sieht so gut aus. Tschüss. Irgendwelche FC-Fähigkeiten.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time
Oh, das wird so
and
geil.
spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet,
it's a unique experience.
You spent all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceship, audio design, planets,
The day-night cycle, those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Beskap, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I laugh, but some people might
Stream-Elements
find
mag
it
dich
crazy.
nicht.
Oh, that's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
Ich bin ein bisschen ja, aber das mit der Watchtime, das funktioniert ja erst seit ein paar Monaten, Draco. Das war vorher nicht an. Ich glaube, das ist erst seit April oder so. März oder April. Das wird geil werden. Definitiv.